What's going on, Jerome's? I've had a couple of beverages and it's late, so it's time for a raw real rant. And all this talk about the Vikings. I mean, coming into the season, did the average fan think that this team, I don't know, would go 9-8, maybe contend for a wild card? New GM, new head coach, who really knows? But the fact that they're 9-2 and contending in the NFC and possibly contending for a Super Bowl, I mean, it's phenomenal. And I understand, some fans are seeing the glass half full, Super Bowl homeboy, obviously, or the glass half empty. It's like, this is not sustainable. I mean, the defense is not going to hold up in a high pressure playoff game. The offense is sporadic, blah, 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 right? But just enjoy the ride, right? And that's the whole point where fun sees the whole point about sports and supporting your team. I mean, there's only one happy fan base at the end of the season, right? But you have to enjoy the ride. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Now, the destination is certainly important, and of course, I would love to see the Vikings hoist that Lombardi un timeo before they put me in the GD ground. But I mean, just enjoying this. I mean, even the most optimistic Vikings fan, and I consider myself among them, knows that there is a certain percentage chance that this season will end in disaster. It's certainly a non-zero chance, but what are the Vikings' chances of winning the Super Bowl? It's also non-zero, right? And whatever happens the rest of the way, win, lose, or draw, win the Super Bowl, lose in excruciating fashion on a missed kick, or whatever, whatever happens, the future's pretty bright. I mean, you got Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, analytic-driven GM. Love the moves that he's made so far. Kevin O'Connell seems like an absolute winner. The offense is coming together. I think that he's a true blue leader of men. I think he's assembled a great coaching staff. I think that they've integrated veterans and young players very nicely, and they'll have some decisions to make. But the cornerstones of the team, Justin Jefferson, Christian Darrisaw, TJ Hawkinson, I mean, you're in pretty good shape. And other side of the ball, I mean, Dantzler, you got Beasley. Maybe they hang on to Daniil. Zadarius, maybe he hangs around for a little bit. Diesel Dalvin is a free agent. We'll see what happens there. Harrison Phillips, sure. Brian Asamoah, I know and love. But, yeah, I mean, there are going to be some decisions that have to be made about the future of Kirk Cousins. How about Adam Thielen? How about Harrison? How about Kendricks? How about, Daniil, like we mentioned? How about Zadarius, Patrick Peterson, etc.? But that's later. That's later. Enjoy this ride. And yes, this may be Thelma and Louise, and this car ride may be headed straight off a cliff, but don't care. You got the top down, you got the breeze in your hair, and just enjoy this moment. It's never too late for now, or something like that. Just have fun with it, right? Because these fun seasons, they don't come along too often. Remember how frustrating last year was? Remember how frustrating 2020 was, right? So whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. It be what it be. Let it be. Let it be. Or whatever. But one game at a time. Just enjoy this. Enjoy this. And we'll see what happens. But until next time, Skull, no production value.